Hey everybody, welcome back to Craps University. Today we're going to do one more iron cross variation, and this is a variation that there's things out there, but I'm going to call this the don't cross, and this is just something that would make sense to do anyway, so probably somebody has done this, but I haven't seen it or looked for it. So step one is, instead of the pass line, we're going to put a don't pass. And we're going to put $25 on it. And then as soon as a point is established, remember, this loses on the 7-11 where the pass line wins on the 7-11. This wins on the 2-3 and pushes on the 12. Okay, so with this, once a point is set, let's say 9, then we drop our inside bets. We also drop a field bet. And this is very reminiscent of the classic iron cross. Okay, so we're not going to put odds on the don't pass. I prefer no odds because when you put odds down, you have to risk more to win less. But this is a standard flat bet. So if you want to up that value when you have time, go for it. Also, when the 6 and 8 hit twice, we're going to start pressing. Actually, when the 6 and 8 hit twice, or the 5, let's say 3 times, because we'll rack 10, 10, 10, so 3 times would be 30. That would pay off the field bet, and we'll spread out probably to the 9 so we can double dip on a 9 there. So pretty easy, straightforward. And let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can get some good rolls in. All right, here we go. And let's pick up a good dice that's going to win us a lot of money. And we're coming out. The only bet that we play on the come up is the don't pass and shooting. And 6. Our point is 6. That's no field. And then we do what we do. So look here. Look what happens. Technically, if a 6 were to come, we have it hedged right here with the don't pass. Interesting. Okay, and we're rolling. And 12 craps. Okay, here on this table, 3 times on the don't, or on the field, and we rack that. Our outlay here is $135. We got $75 of that back. And 5, no field 5. All right, our 5 loses the field, but then gets paid. We put our field back and we rack the 10. And 6, that's the point. Okay, we lose our don't pass and we lose our field, but we get paid and we can put our don't pass back and we are off. We'll have to put a field bet after the come out. All right, coming out. And 8, square pair. We're on the 8. There's our field bet. And 8. All right, we lose both of those, but we get paid. We put our don't pass. We'll just rack that up. Coming out. 6. We're on. We drop our field. And 6. There it is. Hitting those points today. And we lose here. We lose here. 30 pays 35. Don't pass. We're off. And we're coming out. And 9. All right. Oh. We're on the field. We're on the 9. And let's go. And 2. 2 aces. That pays double. We'll rack that up. And 3. That's a field win. We'll rack it. And 4. That's another field win. We'll rack it. And 5. All right, we lose here. 25 pays 35. And we are going to press that 6. We'll rack that. We'll drop 25 back out here. And 6. We hit that 6. So we move that field bet over here. $60 pays 70. There's our 70. And we'll take that and rack it. And we'll press up that 8 since that was a hit. And 8. We just press that. Same thing again. We owe another 25. I was out of red there. So we'll press up that 5, bring our field bet back and rack that. And 10. That's a field win. Take it and rack it. And 3. That's another field win. And 7. 7 out. All right. We lose in the field. We pay the don't pass, and we pick up this. That was a good shot by that shooter. All right. We broke about even on that one. We're up $20, but still. All right, here we go. And we're coming out 7. Forgot that don't pass. That was a loss. Let's throw that don't pass down again. And 5. No field, 5. $6 and 8 for 30. 5 for 25, 25 in the field. It gives us 135 layout. Flinging dice everywhere. And we're rolling. 8. Our field loses. We'll move it up here. We'll pay that 10, or we'll pay 35. We'll put 25 back in the field, and we will rack that $10 up. And 8. 8 again. Same thing. Move over here. 35. Put the field out. Collect. And 7. 7 out. Not a good roll, but our don't pass is basically hedging that field now. And the dealer picks up this 85 bucks. Leave that don't pass out. We are off. And 4. All right. We're on the 4. All day. 135 layout. And we're rolling. And 5. No field 5. 25 pays 35. And 8. 30 pays 35. 25 back in the field. And 3. That is a field win. And 8. $25 pays 35. Back out in the field. We'll press that 8 up to 60. 60 pays 70. All right, let's go. And 4. That's the point. All right, get paid in the field. We take the don't. We basically hedged it right there. We'll pick up our field. We're off, and we're coming out. 5. No field 5. And let's get our field bet back out here. And we're rolling. And 7. 7 out. All right. We lose that. Pay the don't. Pick up the rest. And rack. One more. Let's do it. Here we go. 8. All right, we're on the 8. 50, 75, 100, 125, 130, 135 total layout. And let's roll. And 9, center field 9. Pays there. We're going to go ahead and press immediately with that win. And 9 again. Back-to-back 9s. Field gets paid. We rack up this 35. What should we do with the 25? We are going to put pressure on the 6. And 7. 7 out. All right. Don't pass gets paid down there. We pick all that up. 315. So we're down $85. We hit a lot of points. That's an indication. But we were hedging. So that's how hedging works. Interesting. Probably not the way that I would want to play. If we would have had that pass line bet instead of the don't pass, this session would probably have been much different and we would have had a positive outcome. But I've had sessions where we have fast sevens. What kills us is this heavy layout. You can choose to only do 6 and 8, spread to 5 when you get it, spread to 9 when you get it. That might be a better way to do it. So what makes us strong? With any type of iron cross is you've got steady wins on the most common inside numbers. You've got the 7 working instead of against you with the don't pass. What you need, though, is longer rolls without hitting a single point. That's where you're going to be beneficial. Hopefully your point is 4 and 10 and you're knocking it out here. When you spread to the 9, then you're double dipping, and then you can spread out to the 4 and 10 as you see fit. You can also press these up. So if you were to get all these pressed, then that's working more. If you hit a number that's not inside of the field, this would pay, if you press it up once, you go to 60, pay 70, you lose 25, so you're netting more, and then you're generating, being able to spread and press where you want. So some takeaways here: don't pass plus what we saw. Another variation would be to do put down your inside numbers, but also on the first roll after the come out, put a don't pass. Remember, you have the option of where this travels by saying no action. If it goes to the 6 or 8, you can say no action. If it goes to a 5, then it's up to you. I always play the 5 and 9, 4 and 10, of course, on the don't come. We did not show that. We probably, let's do that right now. All right, we're coming out. Let's drop a don't pass. This is just, this variation is an 8. That's a weak don't pass, and we can throw down our bets and a don't come. So we've got 160 total outlay on this, and we're rolling. And 9, and that's fine. We can go there, but we get paid on the field. Take that and rack it. And 7 out. Okay, so we get paid down there, we get paid up here, and we only lose 70, but we gain 50. So overall, that single roll was down 25. That actually might be a little bit better. That single don't come on the first roll after the come out, that might make it a little bit sweeter. That was a variation. What this really does is that 5, 6, 8, you got inside coverage for frequent payouts. You've also, on the don't pass, you've got some is no longer a killer. And then you got flexibility with hedges, and that's where that don't come. We hedged it here, but the 9, very interesting. We had a 25 here, so that was hedging there. Just in case a 9 hit, we got paid here, we lose here, break even. Boom. And same thing. Now, instead of using one hedge against the field and a 7 out, and you had a DC and a don't pass with a field, the DC breaks even on the field for 0, and then this don't pass breaks even on the 5, and you're really only losing this. So having those 2 hedges against your bets that are on the light side, boom. I think that's probably a better plan. This is not designed for like controlled profit. You're going to, over a long period of time, you're going to just fluctuate up and down, and you might be able to, when you get up a few $100s, that might be the time to leave. But I'll do something like this when the table's very choppy. Once the chop ends and we get a good shooter making points, then I switch my strategy and I go full pass line. I'll implement a come bet. So playing one strategy during a session is probably not the best. But you know, everybody plays differently, and there's thousands of ways to play and win. All right, thanks for watching Craps University. See you on the field.